Ranchy bacon, some bacon ranchy nuts. Is that better? I hope it says ranchy and not raunchy. We're having ranchy nuts. Captions are auto-generated, y'all. I say weird stuff. I am your weird friend, but I don't always say what the captions say that I say. So, as usual, on our Friday afternoons, I like to do a quick and easy kind of snack. Maybe talk about some traditions that you can do with the kiddos and try to keep it fairly short and sweet. However, the February sales just dropped, so I don't think I need too much. With that, I got that on my hand. I got bacon grease on my hand. We have mixes. I'm gonna get to these mixes here in a minute. I put that on so y'all could see it, but then I went fast and didn't talk through it. So put this stir rod, does this little loop-de-loop, excuse me, around here, and then you just screw that on, and then it goes. Oops, I laid it on top, y'all. And you put your grease in there, and you shake it all about. Whoops, I'm trying not to get in the way of the stir rod, because I don't want to mess anything up, but I'm also trying to melt this greasiness here. I mean, I could just get a spoon and stop making this more complicated than it has to be. All right. So, I got a hair in my face, y'all. I got to cut this. It's driving me crazy. Let me get our bacon grease meltons and tell you about these mixes. It's buy 3, get 1 free. We have 11 total mixes, I think. So you could get the 12 free, and I think it's right around $92-ish, depending upon which ones you want to buy as the extra, because the lowest cost or the least expensive ones would be the ones selected to be free. Kind of an automatic thing. Next up, let's get these nuts in here. I like cashews. I grabbed the wrong ones. I got halves and pieces. I think I like whole and halves. So this is probably going to be a bear, to get out of here. And these don't take very long to get all nice and toasty. So we don't have super long time. Good night, this hair. Okay, sorry. So I wanted to show you a few mixes that I personally have. I need to buy some, and maybe we can start doing some mixes on Fridays. I can't promise that, but this month we need to do some mixes, so we need to throw one in. I have a donut mix. I've never tried it. I just stabbed myself in the face with it. We have almond pound cake. It's delicious. If you feel like you want an icing, a good one for the pound cakes are usually sweeter, is like a whipped cream, a little bit of flavor, not too much sweetness. I add pudding mix to my whipped cream. It's perfection. The brownie mix is delicious. I love it, with a symphony bar right in the middle of that batter. So I scoop a symphony bar, I scoop in the brownie pan. It's fantastic. I have never tried this cake. Dolce de leche. Don't get me lying, I might have said that wrong. I also have apple spice beer bread. I don't think that was available anymore. And I might have 2 cranberry oranges stashed. Also not available, I'm sorry. Here are my others. I actually have quite a few of the brownies because I love them so much. I am low on this. I think this is my only one of the beer bread, and I love beer bread. It's the only thing I actually like beer in, or beer with, or at all. Rosemary focaccia bread, also delicious. Love that one. I have made some bread art with the rosemary focaccia bread. It's great with mozzarella pearls, and I didn't add garlic in it last time, but I plan to the next time I do it. And then we have the Italian herb bread. This one's good to do for like food pantries or donations like that, because it only takes water to make this one. I've never made it. I've just heard good things about it. So in a nutshell, those are the ones I have. How about you let me know which ones you would like me to make, and if there's any kind of variation you might want to see or whatnot, because you know, most of the time when I have a cake or a bread mix that's not beer bread, y'all, like the cranberry orange beer, or the cranberry orange bread mix, and I'm brain dead, y'all. I'm so brain dead sometimes. Our caramel latte and our chai spice. No, I don't know. I think caramel latte is one of them that is still available. And we have a chocolate chip mix. Chocolate chip cookie mix that I'm pretty sure is gluten-free. So if you're gluten-free and you like chocolate chip cookies, that might be a really good option for you. I have a recipe that is super duper good. So while I like our chocolate chip cookie mix fine, the recipe is so good, you know, like a homemade chocolate chip. I'm telling you what, it's delicious. It is not fat free, it's not sugar free, like it's full on not healthy. So, anyhow, just telling you, the chocolate chip is good, especially if you want to be gluten free, or you need to be gluten free. I know that's not necessarily a want for some people. Anyhow, moving on. So, if you want to see anything with the mixes, what I was planning to tell you before I squirreled is, gosh, this is going to be a mess. I like to take some of those sweeter bread mixes and or cake mixes and make cake cookies and glaze and do things with those, or make like little whoopie pies with our cake cookies. And you need, I believe it's an egg, a block of cream cheese, and a stick of butter. And you can turn just about any mix into a cookie. I'm just trying to help that stir around because I'm trying to go fast. So for what I feel like would be fun weekend or weekday or monthly traditions with you and your family or kiddos or grandkids, whatever you got going on, I think making like the individual brownies in different kinds and styles. Where's my teaspoon measurement? Y'all, I got the adjustable set somewhere. I think it's over here, sorry. Thought I was fully prepared and I was not. Okay. And FYI, just know, I've had these for years. Like before I became a paper chef consultant. And they go in the dishwasher a lot. So they look rough, but they still work great. Anyhow, what I was telling you is the brownie pan. I mean, you could do this with regular brownies and just kind of portion it off. You could do like a cookies and cream with some sandwich cookies, some Oreos that are delicious. You could add some cream cheese to it. Make like a cheesecakey one. You could add cookies, like chocolate chip cookies, because you know apparently I like those. You could do peanut butter. You could do the symphony bar. You could do a s'mores. So many options with brownies and cakes. You could do individual pizzas with the pizza stones or those little round pans and do like personal pan pizzas. That would be a perfect option for those. You of course could get this and do different batches of flavored nuts for people. You could do candied. You could do different savory, honey sriracha. Not for me because I'm not spicy. The smoked Gouda is good. You could mix the smoked Gouda with our ranch. The French toast is what I use on the candied nuts with some of our cinnamon. It's delicious. These don't look like they're burning. So apparently it takes a little bit longer for these pieces and things to get toasty. Anyhow, so pizza stones, and it is Stone Month. So if you like the stones, you could always host and get 60% off of some stones. That's on sets and pieces. 2 sets or pieces if you host a qualifying party. Let's see what else for like traditions and just fun stuff to do with food. We have an ice cream maker. You could use any of the baking pans to do like individual brownies. Like I was saying, brownies as an example, the donut pan, the donut hole pan to do like cake pops. You could do the loaf pan. You could do those little cake pans. Those are really good for the s'mores cake. I like s'mores, and I like chocolate chip cookies, y'all, and I love peanut butter. What else could you do? Oh, you could use the sandwich maker, the crustless one that like seals it up. Could make, that would be fun to exchange. Nobody knows what sandwich they're getting with like marshmallow, peanut butter, Nutella, peanut butter and jelly. That could be entertaining. Let's see. What other things do we have for traditions? The pretzel making set. I like to make a good pretzel. Even if you don't have it, you could get some of the other things that are like the pastry mat, things like that. So many options. And you know, popcorn. And we have the microwave popcorn bowls, depending upon budgets. So many possibilities. And I've got more in my head that I'm just not thinking of right now. You, of course, could make some fun breads. And we have mixes for that. We have all kinds of mixes. We have some healthier gluten-free ones. I say healthier. More suitable for those with allergies and sensitivities. This is for the birds, y'all. I do not like these little pieces. I mean, you can do it all day, every day. This would probably be better for candied nuts because I just dump those on a sheet. I usually like to scoop or tong these into a bowl, and then I toss them I toss the warm bacony greased nuts in with the ranch. I do half and half. So I do a teaspoon-ish of the bacon grease or whatever oil you prefer. And then a teaspoon of this per half. Toss it around. I thought that was a hair, y'all. It's a cracked nut. Okay, toss it around, toss it around. I need to get me a mini one of these, don't I? Okay. Your microwave grippers will be good for this. I'm gonna pick it up here in a second. And I would pour it, but I don't have a great big funnel to pour it in. Parchment paper would be great. I'm lazy. I mean, I think this might actually be the long way instead of getting parchment out. Okay. And then I do the other half. I put it in here and then I ranch it too. If you like a smoky flavor, the smoked Gouda is good. I'm just really partial to my bacon grease and ranch, y'all. And I don't like smoked flavor. What I like the smoked Gouda on myself, which I've had it on nuts, I just put a little bit on there with my ranch. So if you like more smoke, you could add more than what I do. I just do a little pinchy. I like it with French onion on my butter on the sides of the bread. So like you butter the bread, you make the hot sandwich, or grilled cheese if that's what you're making. I need the stir rod to go somewhere else. There we go. I'm getting it up over the hump. Okay, at least I'm keeping these nuts warm while I eternally scrape them. I'm sorry we're going a little bit longer today, and I got loads of things to say apparently about all of the traditions. Hold on a second. We're getting a call. Y'all, apparently I need to go airplane mode. Wi-Fi, I don't know what I need to do, but I need to figure that out and do on the phone. I hit a button with the video. It's a whole thing. I'm glad I managed to get through that. Okay. Trying to ignore a phone call, which means I really need to be fast and wrap it up so I can call somebody back. My apologies for that little interruption there. Okay. Here we go. We're almost done scraping the nuts. I do really like candied nuts, and I'm having those this week in my... Try not to burn my finger. Got all the tools and I'm not using them. Okay. So I'm having a little bit, just a smidgen, so that I'm not having a ton of sugar, which it's not a ton of sugar because I use the recipe that uses a 1/4 cup of sugar instead of 1/2 cup of sugar. Anyhow, I'm gonna lick this bacon grease off. Okay, that was ranchless and full of bacon grease. Now we're gonna spoon this in. I'm gonna tell you what I'm using because I always forget to do that. But, where was I going? Oh, I'm putting a little bit of candied nut in for some crunch with my cheesecake oats. They're a higher protein oat. I want to say it's probably 20 to 30 grams per little jar. I usually do 8 jars. Yesterday, I did 6. I think it was 6. Anyway, this is one of our mix and scrapes. It's not the full size one. I can show you the full size one. It's bigger, y'all. It's like the size of my hand, and I'm not saying my hand is big because it's not, but like it's great for a big old bowl or turning some stuffs. Well, I was saying I think I need a mini for this so I can get in between all these little guys and stir a little better. Whoops, shooting it out of my hand. Anyway, these ranchy nuts are good. You could always use more seasoning. You could be better prepared and have your 2-cup prep bowl instead of a 1-cup prep bowl, because that's what I have here. Because my 2 cups, I think, are in the fridge with stuff in them. I have a 3-cup, but I thought that was a little bit much for a cup of nuts. Now, if you are doing candied nuts, let me full on warn you, they get bigger because of all the stuff on them. These don't really grow that much. But the candied nuts do. So you'll want, like if you're doing a cup of nuts, you'll want something that's bigger than 1 cup to store them in, unless you eat them all at one time, which is not unheard of or hard to do. Anyhow, all right, we're gonna wrap this up. Please drop in the comments if you would, or which mix you would like to see come together. I reviewed. I'll tell you about it, which some of them I've tried. A lot more of the dessert ones I have not. I did have a chocolate chip one, so I'm just going to tell on myself. I went to get it out, and there was a hole in the bag. Jerry's been running amok in the pantry that I hardly ever use because we're kind of trying to move and get rid of that wall that's the pantry. And by Jerry, I mean I have a Tom named Mufasa. Now, he's kind of been stalking it, but he can't get in there. There's a trap now. There's a trap in there. He ate a hole in my chocolate chip mix. I don't like mice. Actually, I think they're kind of cute critters, but they're disgusting. So I don't really want any as pets. But anyhow, so there you have it. I have a mouse. I live in the middle of fields, and I don't want that sucker in my house. We have Ranchy Nuts. Please let me know what mix you would like to see and hear about or order for yourself. Let me know if you need any help with anything. I'm always here, and I will honestly tell you what I think of something, and if I don't like it, or I do, or if I totally jacked up a recipe, because I can do that too. Now, I can cook some stuffs. I can also jack some stuffs up, especially when it comes to technology, y'all, as you probably witnessed today. Anyhow, I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Word to the live. How about cashew? Told you I was going to tell you what to use. 1 cup prep bowl, adjustable teaspoon, measuring spoon. The mix and scrape, I think it might be the small. And then this is our electric pop and stir. And then we have loads of mixes all around. I already went through those. I'll let you go for real. There's a link in the description. The first link is the one to message me with. I have a hair or something in my nose, or a cat hair up there. I don't know. My apologies. Oh, I think I found it. Is it on my lip? Oh, fuzz. It wasn't even a cat hair. It's fuzz. Anyway, sorry. That's satisfying though. Message me. Link in the description. Hit the link. Message me the word. What did I say? I don't remember. Shaster. Mix. Message me the word mix, y'all. My brain is awful. Message me the word mix or whatever I just said, and I'll go back and watch it and figure out what the word is. And either one, if I didn't say mix, will enter you into this month's giveaway. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know what mix you want to see, and I will catch y'all later. And we'll keep these warm nuts in my hand because they're okay. I get cold, and that sounded really off color, and I didn't mean for that to. My apologies. That was terrible. Said bowl. The bowl is warm. I'm going to keep on hugging it with these hands. Anyway,